So here are 6 activities you can start doing now to heal your inner child. Because if not now, my friend, then when? Like, are you going to live childless inside of your body? So you'll be like this serious adult who handles his life on the outside seriously, but never allows himself to experience any joy and pleasure and radiance and like happiness just because of how fun life is. So, my friend, in this video, I'll share with you some activities you can try, 6 activities to be precise, you can try to heal your inner child, give it some space to breathe, and connect back to it to re-experience the joy and radiance you want to have in your daily life. That being the case, let's directly get into the topic. And also, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to that channel, because if you don't, I'll be annoyed, right? So please subscribe to the channel. I would love to see you around. That being the case, here is the first one. So if you've been working, if you've already started doing that inner work, questioning yourself, investigating your beliefs, seeing whether what you know to be true about the world, about other people, about yourself is ultimately true, or if it isn't, well, then you might know how important and crucial it is to heal that inner child, to reconnect to it, to listen to its passions and dreams and allow it to dream big, because this inner child is ultimately what will guide you to the purpose in your life. So it's totally worth it to spend some time and heal it. And so the first thing you can try, my friend, the first and most simple but not easy. Simple but not easy. It's actually the hardest for most grown-ups, right? So the first one is to just stay present in your body and listen to your feelings. Listen to your feelings. Let them speak. Because the inner child, this inner child that might have been neglected from your childhood upbringing, it's contained within the most intimate feelings you feel deep inside of your body. So whenever you feel, let's say, a little bit stubborn, I know what's right, this is what I have to do. Or whenever you feel a little bit angry, grumpy, like, frustrated. So whenever something like that happens, then it's time, my friend, to just stop for a moment, get present, center yourself, connect back to your awareness of being. I am here now. And so from that state, listen to the child within. This child has wisdom to share with you. And it can speak. It can share with you that wisdom. It can speak it to you through your feelings. Your feelings are the language it uses. So inside each feeling you have within your body, you can picture this feeling as being the container for a lot of sensations. And behind those sensations, there are thousands of thoughts that this inner child wants to share with you. So it might say something like, when you become present, start listening and actually hear out what is the voice that is speaking to you behind those feelings that before you started listening you weren't able to hear, because you were always analyzing, you were always being rational, you were being a grown-up, logical, intellectual human being, not listening to that child within. And so when you actually start listening, it might be angry, it might be grumpy, this child within. So you need to have a little bit of patience. You want to stay with it. You want to just let it know that, see, look, I am here with you. I'm here for you. I'll be here for you. And I'll come back to be here for you tomorrow if you don't speak now. So tell me, what is it? What do you want me to know? What is it that I've been so neglectful about? How have I been neglecting you in the past? Why are you, let's say, why are you offended? What do you need from me? And so you just ask questions like that and listen and stay with your feelings. And you initially you'll feel it, then you'll start hearing it. This subtle but really powerful voice. And this is the voice of your inner child. So this is the first thing you want to try, my friend. Just stay present and listen to your feelings and let your child speak. Now the second thing you can try, this is more in a practical sense. It's like, let's say whenever you're working, whenever you're going to your job, or like whenever you're working on a project or doing business or whatever it is you're doing. So whenever you're doing like planning things, being serious about life, working, stop for a moment, and whenever you think you have like you have your to-do list that you need to go through, right? So when it's like that, stop for a moment, and before going through your to-do list, ask for the inner child's opinion. So ask it, like, I have this task, like the grown-up inside of you, the mature man or woman, the grown-up, it has the tasks that it needs to do, right? And so this grown-up now wants to consult with the inner child and ask it, I know that you find some of these tasks boring, so please let me know, if I were to do them your way, how would that look like? So if I were to be more playful in my work, how would that look like? What would you do differently? Because I know that I'm boring you to death with all the things, all the tasks I need to do on my job, for my business, whatever it is. For me, for example, in shooting these videos, I'll just give you a brief example to let you know what I mean. So I know I have to do a little bit of research to see what other people are doing and what is like exploding on YouTube, because I want to reach people. And I know this, like, it's really tiring for my inner child, because it feels not heard, it feels neglected. And so it's actually just before shooting this video, I was speaking to it, and it just let me know that it just wants to speak, it just wants to express itself. So it doesn't want to be right, it doesn't want to ensure that it knows what it shares the best. No, it just wants to express itself, and it knows that this energy is enough, the energy that it expresses. And so I was able to only understand that when I started listening to my feelings, and I was feeling a little bit grumpy. And so I decided, okay, tell me, I want to do this because I made this commitment to myself to shoot like daily videos for YouTube for 90 days. So I would do it either way, but let's do it your way, because obviously my way doesn't work and it's not as fulfilling to you. So let me know how you want this to be done. So in the same way, in your job, whatever it is, you can ask the inner child, what would it do differently if it were leading? And just listen to its opinion. This is how you can make your job more playful, more like easeful, more relaxed, more fun, right? And all of us want to have fun. So this is the second thing you can try. Now the third thing, it's basically, everybody speaks about that, but I wanna look at it from a different standpoint. And the third thing is about journaling. So journaling is really important. My friend, if you haven't started journaling, if you don't have at least 3 complete notebooks, please start. It's totally worth it. So the way you can journal to heal your inner child is really specific, because, and it's journaling and contemplation. So let's say you have a really tough challenge in life that you don't know how to tackle, and you've tried everything that you know is right to do, but it just doesn't work. And so now you want to try the more playful approach. You want to see what the inner child will tell you. And that's why when you journal, you ask yourself a question of like, what is it that you want to answer? What is the challenge you want to tackle? What is it that you want to contemplate about? Let's say just an example. Let's say I find my job not fulfilling enough, and I don't feel appreciated in my job. And so I want another job in which I'll be more validated, or I want to be more validated and appreciated in this one. So I have the question, how can I ensure that I'm appreciated in my job? And so you just drop that question. Where do you drop it? You drop it to your feelings. Your feelings is where your inner child resides. So that's his domain. Your feelings are the inner child's domain. And so when you drop a similar question to your child, to your feelings, then it's almost like you start writing intuitively. You are not thinking about the answer. No. You're actually feeling what you're writing. It's intuitive writing. And so this is how you can contemplate. This is how you can play with your inner child. This is how you can give it attention. This is how you can nurture it, to let it know that its opinion matters. It doesn't mean that you accept fully what you have written down. It might not be the most sound reasoning, right? Because it's the inner child. But this way you are showing it that the child's opinion matters. And this is what it wants it wants to feel that it matters, because it might have been neglected in the past. And so you want to counteract that. Does this make sense? Let me know in the comments if you hear what I'm saying. So this is the third thing you want to try: journal and contemplation, journaling and contemplation, but in this specific way that I shared. So dropping a question to your feelings and just writing down everything that you feel behind that question. It doesn't have to be the right answer. No, you're not looking for the right answer. You have no clue what the right answer is. As I don't too. It's like we're dumb. We humans are dumb. So our inner child has really deep wisdom. Doesn't mean that this wisdom is instantly applicable. No, but at least you want to see what it is. And maybe it will make sense a little bit later in your life. So this is how you apply this third activity. The fourth one you want to try, it's a more playful one, more fun one. So the fourth one is basically going for a walk. It's like just whenever you feel free, you go for a walk, like let's say in the park, and but you let your inner child direct the walk. So in your mind, when you're going on that walk, you're not just like thinking everyday thoughts as you would do naturally, right? So you're not just letting this monkey chatter mind to play the roles, to move your attention, to direct your attention. No, instead, what you're doing is that you go for a walk and now you just speak to the child. So you let it know, I'm here for you. Now we are on a walk. Tell me, what do you want to do? Do you want to go row in the grass? Do you want to go and hug a tree? What is it? Do you want to go and swim in the ocean? Do you want to go and speak to people? Do you want to go and pet that cat? Do you want to just look at that grass and see how wonderful it is? Oh, this is a grass. I can't comprehend how beautiful this piece of grass is, right? Or this flower or whatever it is. What do you want to do? So you ask this question to the child and you let it play. You let it direct you. You're not thinking rationally. Here we're not talking about logic or about rational thinking. We're not trying to be grown-ups. No, we're trying to connect to the inner child and hear it. So that's why when you go for a walk and let the inner child direct what you do on that walk, well, be spontaneous. Don't think about it. It's like you just ask a question, the child answers, and then you go and do that. You don't question it. It doesn't matter if it's stupid or not, because you want to heal that inner child, don't you? So you listen to it. You make it a priority. You give it importance, right? Importance isn't like the most sexy word, but in this context, yes, you let your inner child feel heard, feel worthy, feel prioritized. This is how you hear it. So this is the fourth thing you can try. Now the fifth thing you can try, this is more applicable in social circles, let's say with your friends or like with colleagues at your job, but ensure that the people with whom you try this activity are close ones, so they wouldn't be as easily offended, because this might be like this this activity might sound a little bit more evil in a way, which is not the intention behind it, but it might appear so on the surface. So the fifth one is to allow your inner child in conversations with other people and ensure that those other people are close to you, to be playful and innocently ironic in such a way that you allow that inner child to make fun of others or to make fun of yourself and be self-ironic. So and that's why you try this with close friends. Don't try it with people with whom you're not close, because they might feel offended. But when you try this with close friends, since your intention isn't to offend them, isn't to judge them, isn't to like be some like just have negative attitude. No, your intention is to be playful, to play, to be ironic, to have fun. To both of you, whatever, like however big the group is, in that social circle, to have fun. So it doesn't matter if you have fun with yourself or if you have fun with your friend and 4 other friends are listening. It doesn't matter. The important thing here is that you have fun. You allow that inner child to have fun, to be playful, to be ironic, to play with the seriousness of life in conversations, in relationships. This is such a powerful process. This is something I've been applying with some men that I've worked with that had problems in their dating life. So they weren't able to express themselves and be authentic. And this was the thing that when we tried for a while, this self-irony, it works like magic, my friend. I can tell you, like, it makes you, when if you feel tense and stiff in your relationships and like you can't express yourself, this is because you're not allowing yourself to have fun. You're not playing with yourself. You're taking yourself too seriously or others too seriously, which is never the case. Like, we are not as important as we think. So this is why the fifth activity you can try is to be playful and innocently ironic with yourself and or others in your close relationships. Give this a try, my friend, because in this way your inner child will feel so free. I can tell you how powerful this is. And the last thing you can try, which is basically the more consistent one, this is the one that will give you the, like, it will provide the best results in the long term. So it's basically having a hobby in which you let your inner child fully express yourself. So for me, for example, shooting this kind of videos is one way to do that. I know that my inner child rejoices when I do that because I'm expressing myself. I know I make it feel important. And so it just loves doing that, right? So, but it doesn't have to be that. I'm just giving you an example with myself because I'm more of an intellectual who wants to, like, intellectualize at the core of the topics it contemplates. And so for, like, let's say for a friend of mine, it's making art. For another friend of mine is going to, she's a street singer. So she's singing just at the park for like 2 to 3 hours per day, and this is her main income. This is her main job. It's a hobby. It started as a hobby, but since her inner child has rejoicing so much, eventually she made that her job, and she's earning more money than her traditional job, which she had before now. So you want to start a hobby in which the purpose of starting that hobby is not to be perfect at it. It's not to get to a certain goal, to get to a certain end, to achieve a certain end, to fulfill a goal. No, the whole purpose of starting that hobby is so that you express yourself spontaneously, authentically. You let that child play in that hobby. You let it, this inner intelligence that is contained inside of the inner child, you let it radiate through the vehicle of that hobby that you start, no matter what is it. And you're not looking for any result here. Again, the result that you should attach yourself to is that you just express the wisdom of the inner child, whatever that wisdom is. And you have a dream, my friend. Everybody does. So if you still haven't started that, please take this inner child seriously and start it. Whatever this hobby is, you don't have to be perfect. You just do it to express that inner child's gifts with the world. Even if nobody listens at first, doesn't matter. You're doing it because you care for that inner child and because you heal it. You're healing it. This is how it looks in practice, my friend. So any of those six activities, you can try today. You can give them a try today, and I can promise you they work like magic. If you commit with some of them for a while, like, this connection with your inner child, it will be so much stronger. And like, you'll be able to be as a grown-up, as a child, as a mother, as a father, like, have all these roles and play them on different occasions in your life. So you shouldn't at all neglect your inner child. Heal it, my friend. Play with it. This is how you do it. So this was everything I wanted to share with you in this video. I hope your inner child, I actually trust that your inner child found this helpful. Now what's left is that the adult in you makes the decision to apply it. So give it a try. Definitely give it a try. And if you like the video, like it, comment down below. Let me know what other activities you do to heal your inner child. I would love to communicate with you. And again, if you're new to the Soulful Relationships channel, subscribe to it, because if you don't, I'll feel annoyed. I'm just telling you honestly from now on. So yeah, that being the case, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you around. I love you, my friend. Have a great day. Bye-bye. And yes, see you around.